And we are here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Turnover Tours. I am your co-host, Sir Random Guy. Well, Thomas could not make it today, but I did bring in. We brought in someone off the bench at six
Sign me
foot four.
off.
At 6'4", number 23, Anthony.
None of those are accurate, by the way.
None
Not
of
my
it.
accurate height, not my accurate number. Is
Not even mention the school. Just
no. It's just that we're going with it.
all right. Well. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Yes, I know we did not do an episode last week, but well, that's because I was in on a journey of self reflection, a journey that compares to the Odyssey. uh,
This man took a trip to Seattle.
yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I took a trip to Seattle with my co-host Thomas, and I had a great time. I will talk more of this trip when the next time we have an episode when he's here. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyways, so we have some things to talk about this week. I mean, I know. I mean, the title of this episode. If you don't understand the meme, then well, this is pretty much going to be the summarization of it.
The unction.
The unction is here in the NFL. I know we're not talking about the Clippers.
No, that's another disaster.
That's another. Oh yeah. You know what? Let me just get that one out of the way, just because I know we didn't talk. I know it was last week's news, but I still want to talk about it. The disrespect on Chris Paul.
Insane.
3 a.m. You imagine they tell you, "Hey, wake up. We're releasing you, buddy." Mere hours before they had to play the Atlanta Hawks on the road.
While they were traveling, mind you.
And Ty Lue did not want to talk to him whatsoever on this.
Disrespectful.
And it gets funnier because I showed Anthony this one thing on SeatGeek that if you go to the Clippers Thunder game in LA the next time they play, which is about to be the end of the regular season, there's going to be a giveaway. Anthony, you want to tell everyone what's the giveaway?
I would love to, SVG. They're going to be giving away a set limited Chris Paul replica jerseys to honor his Hall of Fame career.
Without Chris Paul. Unless if Chris Paul signs with the Thunder, then it's relevant for different reasons.
I feel like it's worse.
Get that out. Hey. That was the only hat I could find right now. Unless, hold on, fine. I'll wear the beanie. Hold on. There. Y'all happy now?
I mean, I didn't have a problem with the hat.
Yeah, but someone did apparently in the comments.
Wow.
But anyways,
Maybe
yeah.
the commenter should have hopped on and started the show,
But anyways, yeah. So now let's get out of the Chris Paul news out of the way. We have some other Unk news. So we have
It's meant to be.
Yup. It's not Joe Flacco. It's not Matthew Stafford. It's not Aaron Rodgers. Everybody, welcome back Indianapolis Colts quarterback legend Philip Rivers at the prime age of 44. He is coming back. Last time he played was in a wild card game almost 5 years ago.
For reference, because I want to point this novelty thing out. When Philip Rivers last played a game in the NFL, I was in 8th grade. I am now a freshman in college.
last time Phillip Rivers played in the NFL, I was a freshman in college. Now,
Wow.
yeah, full circle
So
moment.
yeah.
So if the Colts make the playoffs, you're gonna witness Phillip Rivers one last ride.
Imagine they do go to Buffalo. Somehow, some way it works out where they end up playing that game in Buffalo
No,
again.
no. What if in this scenario, in Phillip Rivers' last ride, the Colts make the playoffs, the Broncos kind of collapse, and the Chargers make the playoffs, and they somehow
Oh
have to face against each
no,
other?
no!
It's the amount of the chaos this season we have to impose.
I
That's
mean,
just
we're kind of in the era of like storybook endings. We saw
yeah.
Clayton Kershaw go off into the sunset with the Dodgers. I
Matthew
know you
Stafford's
loved that World
potential.
Series.
Sure.
Well,
Matthew
I'll let you continue with that. But
Matthew
there's
Stafford has
more
a
Dodger
potential,
noise.
but it's fine. You know what? I'll get that one out of the way. Yes. Well, I'll get two baseball news out of the way.
You got
We
a
got
couple big
a
baseball
couple.
news.
The first one, I'll just get the first one out of the way. Well, Kyle Schwarber is going to return to Philadelphia.
Bell
So-
go dong.
Bell go dong. Schwarber bombers are going to continue in Philly. There you go.
5
And
years, 150
150
million big ones.
yep. And then the sad news
Well, it depends
for
on who you ask.
a 30. Yeah. Edwin Diaz,
I'm sorry for the
The-
off-key trumpet, but it's
the
best we're gonna get.
closer himself, with the grand entrance, decides to not stay in New York.
Money.
He is going to the LA Dodgers.
For an insane amount. $69 million over 3 years.
3 years,
It's
23
crazy.
million a season.
New
on
record
average.
AAV for closer or a relief pitcher. It's
This is unbelievable amounts of greed. I know, I get it. It's the
just wait until
don't
we get
hate
Kyle
the
Tucker, man. That's gonna
I
make it
don't-
work.
I get it. It's not don't hate the player, hate the game. I get it, but
You're hating both right now.
I'm hating both. I am. I truly am.
Well, to
I-
lighten up your spirits, on Sunday, the Veterans Committee elected in a new MLB Hall of Famer. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
man will most likely be wearing a San Francisco Giants cap. That is second baseman Jeff Kent. Well earned in my eyes. Should not be the only one, but
Yeah.
he deserves his induction.
That's probably the best. That's probably the better news out of all of that. Yeah. But
I mean, Philly fans are gonna be ecstatic.
yeah, Toronto Blue Jays fans too. You know. Wait, no, not Toronto Blue Jays. Wait. Yeah, I think it was Blue Jays. Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know what you're trying to think of or insinuate, but here we go.
I wasn't trying to insinuate anything. I was just trying to remember, like, did he play for the Blue Jays? No, I wasn't trying to make a.
Ken played for a couple teams. So he
Yeah.
played for the Dodgers, Astros, Giants, Mets, Blue Jays. I think that's it. Or maybe I'm forgetting a team.
Yeah.
Let me fact
But
check that.
yeah. So I guess let's just continue on with the Phillip Rivers news once again. That's kind of the main point of this. Kind of the main point of this episode, but. Obviously, also college football playoffs. You know, that is set.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Notre Dame rage quitted. Uh,
We saw a bunch of teams rage quit out of bowl games. This
Notre
year.
Notre Dame
Insane to
is
me.
Notre Dame though. The Notre Dame one though. It's just like we didn't make the playoffs. You know, I'm not gonna play in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Screw.
I forgot Cleveland, and I don't remember if I said the Mets or not. But yes, that is Jeff Kent's team.
Yeah, but
I for one am excited. And mainly because JMU and Tulane are two of the at-large teams because they won their conference respectively.
and now Ole Miss also has to ride without Lane Kiffin too.
It's gonna be raw.
It will be, but if Ole Miss is able to pull out wins, then then at least it's like then it's a testament for Ole Miss at least. So,
Yeah.
um, but anyway, but yeah, but Philip Rivers, it's just like okay. First, let's just go start. How did it just all happen? Daniel Jones. I mean, to be fair,
Are we
Daniel
starting
Jones.
our analysis of the Colts game?
I mean, might as well if we're going
Yeah,
with the
if we're gonna
Philip
talk
Rivers.
about Jones, then
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, let's go with this. Let's go last week too. Daniel Jones was even dealing with an injury even beforehand. And they were like, "Oh, well, I mean, I get it. You know, you'd rather start him than Riley Leonard or Anthony Richardson,
Who's on
even
the
though,
IR?
yeah, Ian's on the IR. I get it, but it's just like the fact is like, it felt like, and I get it. It's like also it's like, well, the last 2 weeks were very crucial. The last 3 weeks were very crucial games for the Indianapolis Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans, and now this past Sunday the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this was a fight for first place in the division, and it's just like Indiana, Indiana, and a sports team. First,
Oh,
Tyrese Halliburton, Kalen Clark. Now, it's weird to say that Daniel Jones being injured is somehow a negative in 2025. It feels weird.
wow.
It feels weird to say it. It still feels weird. Imagine saying it last year. It's like, oh, Daniel Jones got injured. You're like, everyone is like, oh, well, it is what it is. It's like sad, but it's just like now this year it's like, oh my god, now what are we gonna do at quarterback? Riley Leonard, even though he tried, he did better than Brosmer, but that's barely saying
That's not
much.
much.
Not much. But it's just like now he's dealing with a bit of an injury too that could put him out. But sounds like he's gonna try to push it through for Sunday. Who knows? But it just and then on the practice squad before today, it was gonna be Brett Ripien. So it sounded like that we're gonna have either Ray Leonard or Brett Ripien at the quarterback one position on Sunday versus the Seahawks in Seattle with that defense.
Ooh.
Yeah, mind you, a couple weeks ago, similar situation. We saw what happened there. But
So, because of that, the Colts have decided to make a call.
yeah,
High school football season's over.
yep.
And who better? Man that knows Indianapolis. Played his last games of his career there.
No Shane Steichen too. When his
No
time
Shane
in
Steichen too,
in the
yes.
Chargers, yeah.
Good old grandpappy Philip Rivers, who is on the Hall of Fame ballot this year, mind you.
Yeah, so if he plays one snap,
It's done. He's got to
it's
wait another
done.
5
He has
years.
to wait till 2031 at minimum. At minimum 2031.
Let's see.
And it's just like, okay, you know what's funny too? And it hit me like kind of a couple hours later after the signing that the 44-year-old Philip Rivers, who just turned 44 yesterday. That's also another fact. His birthday was yesterday too. Got
Great
signed.
birthday gift.
Yeah, got signed before Colin Kaepernick. I'm not gonna make this a Kaepernick thing,
Oh
but
my
it's just
God.
it's still it's funny that it's like, and even then you also got to think about this. They could have had any other free agent quarterback or anyone on any team's practice squad currently to start for their game. They could have had Adrian Martinez. They could have had no, Case Keenum's currently on the starting roster. They could have had probably a lot of quarterbacks. Is Tommy DeVito on the practice squad?
I don't think so. I think he's on the Patriots. Actually,
If he was on the, I think if he was on the
that would have been
practice,
the guy I would have thought. But
yeah, I think if he was on the practice squad, then Tommy DeVito definitely would have probably got signed beforehand because at least I would have probably trust Tommy DeVito to take him to a wild card spot. I could at least trust that.
yeah,
But it's just like I get it, and it's like I get it. The plan is they're gonna just hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, about 20, 30 times, 20, 30 times a game. That's gonna be the plan. They're probably gonna minimize Philip Rivers or Riley Leonard as much as possible. You just think it's like, okay, I think, are we saying the Colts are gonna make the playoffs? We don't know. Honestly, only
That's such a
because
question mark right now,
it's
man.
only because how chaotic this season has been that you're like, even if you're like thinking there's no way Philip Rivers could go on a run, you still got to think. Look how weak the AFC has been this year. It's been like very, very in terms of fraudulent because you have the Patriots are in question because it's like, oh, they've been schedule merchants. The Broncos have been basically having the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs season with all the magic and last minute wins. You have the Buffalo still trying to prove themselves, and this is probably their best chance to make the Super Bowl since Kansas City's likely out of the picture. I'll get that game eventually. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who probably look more complete the last few weeks. Hasn't looked as much inconsistent, but then again, the teams they play, you would get. And then you have the Houston Texans, dominant team these past five in a row. They went from 0-3 to now 8-5. Their defense is great. Their offense is still questionable, but it's still like they're still in the conversation. Then you have the Steelers, Ravens, who are trying to fight for the North, and then there's the Bengals. That I'm just gonna leave that to the side. Um,
You know my thoughts on that.
yeah. I think we know. I think we're thinking the same thing, exact same thing.
Yes.
But it's just like now with Indianapolis, it is just like with this is like okay, look, the rest of their schedule, it's not that easy. They have Seattle in Seattle on this upcoming Sunday. They have San Francisco Monday Night Football. It's an Indy, but San Francisco's still alive,
Very
even with
good
all
team.
very good team, even with all the injuries. You have and then of course they play the Texans and the Jaguars one more time. The
The
Jaguars
good
week 7,
news,
yeah,
that's not in Jacksonville.
it's not in Jacksonville, but it's still something to even look out for because you just like it's just like but then again, you're still thinking it's the chaos of the NFL season. It's like anything is still possible. We could see Aaron Rodgers versus Philip Rivers probably in the AFC Championship game. I'm not
Jack
that
that into my wool. The maids.
the unction, the unk. It's like, but yeah. So saying Philip Rivers, and it's like I know people are gonna make fun, people are making fun of it, but it's still like in your mind, it's like yes, realistically, this is gonna end bad, but then the chaos in your mind is like we could see this run happen.
You got to think about the fun of it.
Yeah,
This is as much a thing you smile at and you're like, oh, that's nice.
yeah. Oh, honestly, that is a tough question. This is probably the toughest question of all time.
Well,
Yep.
SRG is what, 30 million?
Nah, I mean, you also have Flacco there. I mean, he's like he looks like he hasn't aged a day or something. So, and then you have I mean Philip Rivers. I mean, we know he's 44, so he's the youngest probably in the bunch. Aaron Rodgers is he's supposedly 42. Supposedly. Allegedly, yeah. So it's still up in the air. So I think other than Rivers, everyone else's age is in question. But yeah, but it's just like you also. I just think of it too. Is this like a Avengers Doomsday where it's just like every 2000s player is just gonna come back for one last ride, like rumored to be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We have Charles Xavier coming back.
It's the big blow off. I did. It's SRG. Again,
Yeah,
like 80 million.
And that's like bare minimum. That's just like
Yes.
that's like the minimum.
No, he was here before Christ. Mind you, he was the one sitting next to Adam and Eve when they first got created. It's conveniently left out, unfortunately, but it was Adam, Eve, and SRG.
Let's just say
I go to a Catholic school.
let's just say I went on a hike that day. The rest of that is not on me. It's not on me. The rest of that. Whatever occurred after that, that wasn't on me. I went on a hike that day. So if you're wondering how was I not in the story, I was on a hike. But
Allegedly.
allegedly. But yeah, but let's talk about the rest of the game. Thursday night football. Cowboys run kind of it's not over, but it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Um the Cowboys defense showed up. The old Cowboys defense from the last first half of the season showed up again. Jameer Gibbs is a beast. The Lions saved their playoff hopes as of right now, but I'm still very questioned about the Lions right now. It's like they're dealing with injuries. Their defense has been very suspect as of like late. They just I mean there's a chance they might make the wild card still, but it's still like what are you Detroit, are you going to be okay? Because next week it is going to be a tough one.
It's very much a Detroit's in a tough situation.
Do or die. It's kind
Not
of
it's just like straight do or die until the end of the year, but also the hell that is their division of Green Bay and Chicago as well.
they got swept by Green Bay on Thanksgiving. They and
They have
then
one more game left against Chicago, and that's going to be in Soldier Field.
and they play the Vikings, which hopefully this time they don't let nine have themselves a good game. That's basically it. You just and then they have, of course, this week with the Rams. They play. I know they play the Vikings on Christmas. They play someone else. I know they play the Bears week
Let's take a
18.
look.
It's the week 16 game I'm like thinking about. They play the Steelers. They play the
Oh
Steelers,
yeah.
which that game is
It's
still like unsure. It's still not even guaranteed. So
sure not. There's versus the North.
versus the North. We were robbed of Steelers Bears. Rogers versus
This
Chicago.
team.
Imagine if remember the 2015 season when Aaron Rodgers went to Detroit and he had that Hail Mary.
Yep.
What if it ends like that again?
I, you're going to see a lot of news stations covering in the city of Detroit, Michigan, being a lot.
Devastated. They're gonna be.
It's-
It's just gonna be devastation times a million. It's just this season. Plus, if that Hail Mary happens, it is gonna be a disaster. Uh, but Cowboys. I mean, they still have a shot now for the NFC East once again after yesterday's game. I will get to that game too eventually. But yeah, next, next game we have Seahawks Falcons. I mean Seattle. It was a tale of two halves. Tale of two.
two ass in the second half.
Yeah,
Everything started unraveling once Rikichi just
100
ran
yard that
through the
100 yard
Falcons special
return,
teams.
which it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see. But I think Falcons got traumatized because they thought of Saints Rashid Shaheed that moment. Uh, It's just like okay, the same. I mean, Seattle. It was a tale of two halves. I will say that the first half it was ugly, but I mean, our defense was locked in all 4 quarters. I will say that all 4 quarters defense was locked in, but it's just that offense. It's just like, and this is what I was noticing. I was telling Tom it's like the first half of the game before everything went into disaster. That was like Seattle's offense has been looking off like since the Rams game. Like the Rams game, of course, it was gonna be a tough game in itself. Then the Vikings game, despite winning that game, don't get me wrong, um, it just looked like the offense was like kind of there. They were just like we just exist. But then again, it's like okay, they played against Brian Flores' defense, so understandable. But the Titans game, I mean, it wasn't a bad game by any means, but it was still like something like, our offense doesn't look that great. But now with the second half, hopefully that should be the momentum going forward. Especially we need that offense to show up for Week 16, for the most important game of the season, other than maybe Niners and Seahawks week 18. But yeah,
Big game with playoff implications.
yeah. And then Titans Browns. Titans, congratulations! You have ruined your tank.
For now, at
For
least.
now, I mean everything. Obviously,
Any given Sunday.
we still have 4 weeks. Shooter didn't look too bad. I mean, it wasn't. It's
This
like
game
okay,
wasn't on him. For
it
me.
wasn't on him. Yeah, I will say that. I will say this: Shooter Sanders, he could definitely be a QB if he has the proper development. But the situation that he's in is not really giving him much hope. He's definitely probably going to be a backup, if the worst case scenario. But he has potential. That's all I can go with. But I will say this: Cam Moore looked better, but his wide receivers though did not give him any help at all for a good amount of that game. I saw drop passes. I saw like just miss opportunities. It was just like, but like yeah, it's the second half. The Titans did lock in once again and did win that game, which I mean, good. I mean, I felt like it is definitely a must needed win for Cam Ward and the team itself. Cleveland, I mean, you tried. You tried. That's all I could say.
Uh, we could start counting the days for Stefanski.
Yeah. That 2 point conversion play though, that was bad. I mean, I got definitely okay. I think what was going to happen, it was supposed to be a fake jet sweep, and like Christian Jenkins just goes in, but then as soon as the Titans just like figure it out, he was just like, I don't know what to do. So he just tried to keep the game alive. That's how that's how it looked like. He was gonna run it in, but he saw like he was gonna get stuffed. So he's just like, okay, I'm gonna try to save the season or save not the season, but save the game as much as we can.
It's a play that works in Hollywood, not in the NFL.
Yeah. Then Dolphins, they got the meme record. Congratulations, you got
What
the
number
meme.
is it, SRG?
6-7.
I should remember that.
Yeah, but Dolphins won now 4 straight games, going from probably end of season to now potential playoff resurrection. Even though that's a stretch, but hey, we've seen how this 2025 season's been. But it's just, I think it's just still saying like the Dolphins just at least they're gonna win against weak opponents. But we know what's gonna happen when they play like actual competition. It's just that's what it is. But I will say this: two finally won a game in the cold.
It's against the Jets.
It's against the Jets. Not saying much, but this is probably the best thing Tua is gonna get from here right now.
But that also keeps the Dolphins alive for the 7th seed. Which, if you can recall at the beginning of the year,
Someone made a prediction that the Dolphins will be the third wild card in the
it's
third
not
wild.
out of the realm just yet.
Everyone just needs to collapse, but
Just do your job and win.
win and collapse. Winning.
Stuff will happen after.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. But also Saints. Wow.
Upset City.
Upset City once again. First it was the Panthers, now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, but I'll say this in a nutshell. Week 16 and 18 is going to be cinema. Thanks to that Saints window. It's going to be cinema from here on out. It's just like, I mean, and this is I'll say this. The Saints could potentially be a good team. Just give it 3 years. I'm not saying now. I'm just saying give it 3 years, and I think this team could be respectable for the NFC South if they play their cards right. They're gonna have to get rid of a lot of older pieces, but I mean they have something. They have something. I will say that.
They're building a decent little foundation there.
Yeah. Bucks are probably in trouble right now, especially with the amount of injuries they're taking, and now they're
This is
seven.
where you start pressing the panic button.
Yeah, I mean they still have a shot to win the NFC South. Yes, they still have a shot. Their division is very, very weak, but Carolina is creeping up on them. The bye week helped the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, they now week 15 is going to be something. Of course, the Buccaneers are going to play on Thursday Night Football against the Falcons. Which, yes, I know the Falcons have been the Falcons collapsed, but based on how both teams' trajectories are, it's not going to be an easy game. It's still not going to be an easy game for them. And the Panthers, they play the Saints. I doubt the Saints are. They're gonna let the Saints sweep them. I doubt that's gonna happen.
It's all about playing spoiler.
Yeah. So if both teams win this Sunday, then Week 16 is gonna be something. Um, and then Colts Jaguars, like we already talked about that game. Steelers Ravens. I was gonna say the Ravens, like the refs thing is like, oh, this was a catch, but the Ravens should be dominating the Steelers. You have this better talent. You have a better team in general. How do you guys keep blowing this? Like every year, it's always something. And this year is by far probably the worst of it all because wasn't the Ravens a Super Bowl favorite like back in week 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now yes, they're 6-7. Yes, they're the record. But it's just like Baltimore. This was it. Like it's just I felt like it's time to kind of not blow it up. Obviously, you still have the pieces, but I think it's probably time to consider about John Harbaugh's time now. It, you don't want to say it, but it's kind of. I think it's about it.
It's a big victory though for the Steelers.
It is. Their 9-8 Super Bowl is still on track.
It's possible.
Yeah, and then the next game that could have for the AFC North, we had Bengals Bills. Bengals had a shot winning that game. I was watching
That's
this.
a game they should have won. They should have won this game.
They had a game where um they had a game they had that game that pick six by Christian, great play by Christian Benford, by the way.
Great play, great call by Joe Davis.
It's just that is devastating. I know, but it's like yes, I know realistically the Bengals, like their defense is trash. I mean Joe Burrow, he can do all much as he can, but it's just that is a blow, especially if they had won that game. Then this definitely would probably shape up the AFC North a lot. But it's just like, man, if the Bengals didn't get that pick six, they likely win that game. They probably would get a touchdown out of it too. If I would believe that. I would believe they would have got a touchdown, if not worst case scenario, a field goal, based on how that Bills defense was playing today. That game.
Good job though for James Cook. Nobody remembers his rough fumbles from that.
Yeah, that is true. But Buffalo is alive, and next week is going to be a crucial game. It's AFC East or bust at this point. If the Patriots win, they clinch the AFC East. If the Patriots lose, then Buffalo still have a shot. But yeah. Broncos, they dominate the Raiders despite what the score says. The Broncos are now officially, since the Chiefs are now out of. I'll save that again. I'll say that. But Broncos are definitely need a win. Broncos are winning in next week, though. I will say that. So, but Bears, Packers.
There's no love to how bad the Raiders are.
Yeah. Even without Chip Kelly, the Raiders are still bad. This is how much they realized. This is how much Tom Brady really wanted Ben Johnson. This game probably shows that if Ben Johnson was there, I will say this: if Ben Johnson was there, the Las Vegas Seahawks would not be a thing. Am I saying they would be good? No, but they would not be as terrible as this. But yeah. But Bears Packers, the Bears tried at the end. They tied it up. The Packers dominated that first half, but the Bears slowly came back. The Bears could have tied the game as well, but that unfortunate interception. Keyshawn Nixon again made made a great clutching play right there. And I mean, it was. I mean, again, they still have week 16, so it's not over yet. But yeah, but still a pretty big stab in the heart if you're a Chicago Bears fan. Uh, Rams Cardinal. Oh, what?
I was gonna say it's a big victory for Green Bay. Gives them first seed in the NFC North.
Yep.
I know a certain someone that may sound a lot like me kind of said the Packers would win the NFC this year. Maybe
I
not on this podcast, but maybe something he did last week.
yeah yeah
I'll plug that at the end.
yeah yeah. Then Rams Cardinals. I again nothing really much to say. Rams put up beat an opponent they were expected to beat, belt to ass for sure. Uh,
Did you skip over Commanders Vikings purposely, or was it just like
oh yeah,
you did
no
not want
no
to talk about that
no
game?
no I just forgot. I completely forgot about that game. That's just
Let's give you a quick run through of that game.
so.
Not good this week.
Yeah, against a terrible
Washington,
defense.
bad.
And now they are officially eliminated from playoff contention. I mean, it's like, okay, well, it shows more and more that the 2024 Washington team was so much of a fluke. And yes, you could say, well, they had injuries. But it's like this team is the oldest roster in the league right now. With Bobby Wagner, which out of love and respect, he's in his mid-30s. You have Von Miller existing. I forgot hit me. Von Miller's still on.
Forgot he's on there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and it's funny. He was gonna sign with Seattle, but he was like, "No, I like Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna sign with the Commanders." Which I mean, it is what it is. But and then you have like all these players too. It's just like I don't know what you make of this Commanders. But anyways, also Commanders, congratulations on trying to make Jaden Daniels RG3 2.0. Re-injured him once again. I just shut him down. Just shut him
No
down.
reason for him to be playing right
Like
now.
they're eliminated. Like I get it. Like well, you can say like well we're even though it's like very slim odds to win in the NFC East this year, but it's like you were 3-9 before this game happened. You thought you were gonna make a 5-0 run, and somehow Philly and Dallas are gonna like just 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 sabotage themselves. Which I mean is not too far fetched, but still like I would still rather take the Eagles than the Commanders. I would rather take the Cowboys than the Commanders. And of course, they play the Giants this week, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just like it's just those things. It's like this season just became a loss, and as Janie Daniels got hurt during Week 9, like that was a bad injury.
Yeah. I think the hope for this week is just now see what you've got in some of the young guys.
I mean, I'm not who's their third string quarterback, or I guess backup quarterback now, if they decide to stick with Marcus Mariota the rest of the season. I mean, I know they released Sam Hartman during the offseason. Is it gonna be someone that like? Oh, Josh Johnson. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah. I probably just stick with Mariota the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just this season is just like It's just this season's at a loss for Washington. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But anyways, we have the night games now to talk about. Texans Chiefs. The Chiefs for the first time since
The Empire's died.
I mean, for right now, so the first time since 2015, the Kansas City Chiefs will not win the AFC West. It is official. It's not speculation. It is official. Since the Broncos are 11-2, the Chiefs got their seventh loss. Even if the Broncos collapse and the Chiefs win out, they cannot win the AFC West. It's weird. It's weird because we were both saying it during this whole season, even during the offseason, that hey, the Chiefs are inevitable. We've been both saying it, and I know somebody was here right now. They they would have some bragging rights. Kind of deserved, but I'm still waiting until the Chiefs are mathematically eliminated, which can actually happen this week. Um, but it's just like, man, so many drop passes this last week for the Chiefs. I mean, props to the Texans defense.
Oh no, this is an excellent game for Houston.
This was a great game for Houston. This was a statement win. This was a game that I felt like they had to win not only to stay alive in the postseason, but just for like the last couple meetups when they played when they played the Chiefs in the playoffs. This was a this was a must-win game, and they proved themselves to be the better team. Even though the offense is still questionable, but the Texans defense can definitely carry them to some games if they make the postseason this year.
Should be very interesting. We're in for a tight race for the AFC South.
We are, and that's what you and I are pulling for now: the Texans to win the AFC South.
You cannot let Thomas be right on both the South and the West.
Yeah, we're already kind of accepting our fates, unless like the
Yes.
Chargers somehow like unless the Broncos somehow like choke, because the Broncos games, their schedule's not like even easy. They have this week. They have the Jaguars this week. No, the Packers this week. Then they have Jacksonville. They have Kansas City, and they have the Chargers week 18. And the Chargers schedule's not even as easy either, because they had a good win versus Philly on Monday. I'll get that in a moment. But they have to play Dallas week 16. They have to play the Chiefs this week, and we'll see how that game goes. They play Denver week 18, like I mentioned, and I think and they play the Texans week 17. So that game probably is also going to determine maybe potential wild card spots too. Uh, but yeah, this game, the AC West is definitely going to be a tight race. I will say it's likely going to go down to the finish on week 18. Um, Sunday night football or Saturday too, a potential Saturday game, because I mean, if we're looking at this, we're looking at the Week 18 schedule, or Week 18 set of games. We have Steelers Ravens. They're likely going to play for Week 18. We have Panthers Buccaneers, likely going to play for Week 8, likely playing for the division. We have Seahawks Niners. That game is going to be interesting.
Possibly division, possibly wild card standings.
It's going to be one or the other. Unless if the Rams clinch the division week 17 and Seattle is stuck in the fifth seed, then I wonder if Seattle would rest their starters for week 18. But that's going to be that's a question that I would rather not know about for right now. But you have. But yeah, just the Chiefs. It's weird. It's weird to say that they're not going to win the AFC West. It's weird that they're going to miss the postseason. I get it. Like last season and this season showed that, hey, this is what happens when you don't have the devil magic upon you. Like this was the Chiefs that we expected probably to see last season, but they just got so many last minute wins that we're like thinking this is just inevitable. Like the Chiefs are.
They've gone back to the meeting.
Yeah. And then now this year, this is what I think everyone kind of had the expectation, or at least one person in this group had the expectation. But again, we were just thinking it's the Chiefs. They're going to find some ways. Even if they're playing bad, they're going to find a way to win the game. But it's weird. It's still something to fathom out. But yeah, but onto Monday Night Football. Jalen Hurts. 5 turnovers. James P. Sullivan was the MVP that game.
MVP of the game.
Yeah.
Generational performance.
He scored a touchdown. He got a picks. He was all over the field. He was. Mike Wazowski tried. But James P. Sullivan, generational performance, not just
again,
a scare.
We'll be talking about 99 years from now.
Yeah, but the Chargers got themselves a big win. They were kind of in the fraud discussion. I mean, both teams were in the fraud discussion. But Philadelphia, this is pretty much 2023 2.0 again. Welcome back to 2023. Where you hire a offense coordinator in house, and your offense is now it's just now garbage. This offense, Jalen Hurts is not playing great. Saquon Barkley's not really running the rock as efficient as we think. And then it's like the Eagles defense, they tried to get to save gave them the game, and the offense just keeps shooting themselves in the foot. It's just like we thought. Hey, early in the season when they were winning games, we thought, hey, Philly's gonna kind of get out of this funk. They never got out of the funk. Heck,
No,
they're more in the funk.
it's rough.
It's rough.
And you pair all that with the whole everything that's gone on with AJ Brown.
That
Now
too.
I do kind of think that this might be where you might be closing in on his last games in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Like there were trade rumors beforehand. Even like during the offseason, there were kind of trade rumors that him going to the Patriots, but it's like you just think like it's just like I mean Kevin Patullo is an issue, but the yesterday was I wouldn't say
Not
entirely
his
Kevin
fault.
Patullo. Not his fault this week.
It's not Patua's fault. Hurts threw like
That's three interceptions, but
three interceptions, five
but
turnovers. Just brutal game for the Eagles.
yeah, I mean they still have a shot to win the NFC East, but it's like just saying how much the rest of the division is, how the rest of the division is. But I mean Dallas is still lingering on right now, so it's still not guaranteed. Probably we have, and even then, if Philly won that game, Philly could have had a chance to clinch the East this week. If they had won yesterday, if Philly won that game, they would have had to. The next week, Philly would have had to win, and Dallas had to lose in order to clinch the NFC East. But now, this time, we're probably gonna have to wait another 2 weeks to see that. Um, Potentially, but then again, we don't know. But anyways, these are the games. Now this was. Now we're gonna get straight to the pick'ems. All right, we're gonna get straight to the pick'ems, and we are going to sign off. Just give me a minute. All right, here we are, week 15. I did not put the records for the last 2 weeks, so I will get them before week 16. But yeah. Anyways, we have Thursday night football. We got the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is an NFC South Bowl, which early in the season, even in the offseason, it was Perrin probably thought this was going to be the NFC South potential title match.
Contender.
Yeah, but now it's the Falcons are eliminated, but they're probably still have a pretty good chance to win this game. With the Buccaneers, they're now into panic mode. Like even if Baker Mayfield tries to sling the ball as much as they can, they're still in danger right now. Look at this. Think about it. Last season, Kirk Chains, he swept the Buccaneers. I know Kirk Cousins has been washed. My glorious king has been washed. I get it. But the Buccaneers are dealing with massive injuries. This is a game we could see a potential upset. This is a game that this could be a great plus for the Panthers. And even though I was probably going to take with the Buccaneers all the way, even though realistically I should, but I'm going to believe in Kirk Chains, Thursday Night Football, swag and surf one more time. Give me the Falcons. Anthony.
This is as big of a game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as it's probably going to get for most of the season. It is must win, and the Bucs are going to be under a lot of pressure. Build Stein.
Yeah.
I don't think Tampa Bay is a dime, but I do think Bucky Irving is a dime. And
That
not
is
to
true.
mention, I'm going to have Bucky Irving playing against you in fantasy. You see in the
Oh,
playoffs.
for the chaos league.
Yes. So give me Tampa Bay to handle business at home against the Falcons.
All right. This game might be a shootout. I think this game's gonna be a shootout. I
It's
that's
it's
have
gonna
a
be
feeling.
it's gonna be a lot of bad, ugly defense, but fun offense.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. But Thomas is also picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He has no comment, but I'm assuming he's just like we'll say something about insulting Kirk Cousins or whatever. But
Here's something
uh,
nice about Bucky Irving. That's it.
yeah. But next one we got Browns and the Bears. Look. This is I have a story for this one. This is not like a big story, but just back 2017, week 16, when the Browns were 0 and 17 or when the 0 and 16 season. I thought, 2016, the Browns beat the Chargers, and I thought this was going to be the same. I was wrong. And it was funny. That was the year that the Bears went 4 and 12, and all four of those wins were from the AFC North. That's the most hilarious part about that. Uh, but anyways, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Give it to Chicago Bears in a much needed win. Yeah.
I was just looking at it. The From what I remember, going into the last week, the Bears led the NFL in takeaways. I want to say it still stands. Chicago, I think, wins this game pretty convincingly.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would say Miles Garrett will
He'll get
definitely
a
try.
sack.
Yeah, he will get a sack. But and Thomas with the Caleb Williams hate and his passion, he is gonna take the Cleveland Browns.
Wow, fake Bengals fan.
He hates Caleb Williams. This is how much he hates Caleb Williams.
God.
Even though he's been like a decent quarterback, it's still this is just the test epitome of Thomas right here. But anyways, Ravens Bengals must win games for both teams. If the Bengals win, they will be 4 and 1 in the AFC North. If the Ravens lose, it's not saying their playoffs hopes are dead, but it's kind of going to be wraps if the Steelers win like two more games. So, uh, but last time I know they played on Thanksgiving 2 weeks ago, and Bengals put up a convincing win. I think the Ravens need to bounce back. This is do or die time for Baltimore. Give me the uh give me the Ravens.
I really don't want to pick either team here. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
Such
a
a.
weird scenario. It's like
Can I give both of them losses?
are you gonna say a tie just for the sake of it?
No, I won't. I'll be fair. I won't. This is just gonna be ugly.
I'm letting you know right now, the Bengals, even though they're not favored in the odds, but 52% of people are picking the Bengals, according based on Thomas's pick'ems a screenshot.
It doesn't surprise me all that much. Cincinnati offense is good.
It's just
Defense is bad.
the Ravens' offense has been questionable though. That's like the other thing too.
One of them's gonna have to get. And I think the Bengals defense just kind of gives them this week. We saw the Ravens almost come back against the Steelers. Maybe this time Isaiah Likely will get a touchdown. I'll take the Ravens.
Yeah, but it's if the Bengals win, it wouldn't shock us. Like if the
No.
Bengals win, but anyways, Thomas is gonna pick the Bengals in this situation.
Oh, speaking of, the Ravens have signed veteran guard Laken
Lincoln,
Tomlinson and have
oh
released veteran
God,
defensive end Carl Lawson.
dear Lord, oh yeah, yeah, we had Lincoln Thompson last year in Seattle. It was not great. It's not the signing that the Ravens think it is. It's probably at best a depth piece. It's a depth piece at best. But next one, we have a big game here: Chargers Chiefs. So here it is. We have an elimination scenario here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, if the Chiefs lose and the Texans win, the Chiefs will be mathematically eliminated in the postseason. That, oof, That is going to be something still weird to hear, but I'm gonna let Tom. I'll go with Thomas's pick first. He is gonna pick the LA Chargers. He is gonna ride with the belief with the Chiefs elimination. To me, this is a weird game. I It's a weird game for me. I a part of me is like a part of me is like thinking the Chiefs are dead. There's no way. But then again, this could be the time for the devil magic. And I don't think I see a scenario where the Chargers sweep the Chiefs. That being said, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs at home, but I'm not confident about this pick.
I just,
It's
it's the Chiefs. I understand this year has not been, the typical Chiefs we've seen.
but this could be the wake up call.
Not even a wake up call. It's just, I think that if and possibly when they get eliminated, it won't be because of a loss. I think they're gonna find some way to win. It's games in Kansas City. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
I saw Justin Panic of JM Football or John Boy Media and JM Football was at the game on Sunday night, seeing Chiefs fans leave relatively early in the fourth.
I did see that. I did see a clip like that too, where the Chiefs were like 5 minutes left in the game. Mind you, the Chiefs were still in that game.
Still in it. It was what, like a 7
One score.
game at that point?
It was a one-score game. Yeah, it wasn't like the Texans kicked the field goal already.
No,
They had the shot. Yeah. And I think they just felt like this is it. Like I think they knew in their heart like they're gonna lose this game. But it's just
This Chiefs team is just so unmotivated.
it's like this could be the game that they're like not again like you mentioned not a wake up call, but it's like it's still a game that's that you're gonna think like maybe this is the part where they win out and they somehow get their way into 7 seed because it's just like it's still those moments.
Part of me might have talked myself into the Chargers now.
I was almost talking myself in the Chargers, but it's just like
Yeah,
it feels too good to be true because especially since the Chargers got themselves a big win this past Monday, this could be a game where they could like get their guard down because they're like, oh, the Chiefs have looked horrible, like, and we're now 9-4.
yeah. Give me the Chiefs. I'm just
If I guess when the Chiefs are eliminated, then we could probably step foot on the gas. Well, the Chiefs play the Titans next week, but it's like when they play the Broncos and they play the Raiders. That well, I guess when they play the Broncos again, then maybe I would
we can
consider a
say
sweep.
that, yeah.
We can consider the sweep. But next game we have Bills Patriots. Patriots win and they clinch the East. That's it. They win and clinch the East for the first time since 2019. I this is a game where it's tough to call. This is kind of the even though the Patriots did beat the Bills week 5, I recall. If I think it was week 5, but this is a game that Buffalo needs to win, and that's why I'm gonna go pick the Buffalo Bills.
I'm with you. This game kind of seems like the perfect time for Buffalo. I'm 100% confident they'll win the AFC, but I do like their odds. I do like their overall makeup. I think the victory against Cincinnati on Sunday very reminiscent of that Vikings Bills game from a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah,
Again, Joe Davis on the call. Oh, it's cold game. Bills going back and forth with an incredible offense, but this time they won.
yeah.
So I think they keep a nice little momentum, make the AFC East a lot more interesting.
I will say this though that they're not dealing with the Bengals defense this week. So they're dealing with the Patriots defense. So this is definitely going to be the. I think that's going to be the factor that decides it. Uh, but yeah, this is. But Thomas is also going to guarantee. We're going to guarantee a Buffalo Bills victory because I don't.
All
I
right,
don't.
congrats New England on the AFC East.
For the first time since 2019. Next game we got Commanders Giants.
You also hear
Ah.
Roundhouse Rock playing? Just that-
Dun, 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 dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun,
The
dun,
tanks
dun,
are rolling
dun, dun,
through.
dun. The Washington Commanders, who are officially their season is officially dead. Meanwhile, the Giants, they're currently holding the number one pick. They're currently holding the number one pick. I heard this script before,
So have I.
and I know you don't want to hear this, but this is the game that I think the Giants are gonna screw their tank chances right here. So give me the Giants.
Do you want to save me for last and go
Yeah,
Thomas?
yeah.
All
Thomas is
right.
also gonna pick the Giants too. I think because he believes that the Giants. I think he believes the Commanders are dead, which I don't blame him. Meanwhile, the Giants, despite being 2-11, they have looked better,
It's a
but
false
it's
2 and
stretch.
11.
Yeah, but
Ah,
here you go. Give us your preview of this game.
I have been on this show many times.
Yeah.
I think I can comfortably say, for every time I've been on here, I have not picked the Giants to win.
Oh no, you picked them once.
When did I pick them to win?
It was that Broncos game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I was so close.
But now you're like, if I do this,
This is very much a stoppable force versus movable object game.
yeah.
I've
Kami's
seen
defense is terrible.
This script play out before. You can go back to last year where the game against the Colts, the Giants won and managed to screw up their tank. You could go
Yeah.
back to even before that. Daniel Jones' rookie year.
Oh
One last
yeah.
game in Washington against the
Eli Manning. Yeah.
Yeah. Going into Washington, beating them, and giving them the number 2 overall pick for Chase Young.
Yeah. And then you also got to think 2023 Giants, who assumed they were dead to rights. Tommy DeVito got him 3 straight wins. It's just like you're thinking, if I pick the Giants, is it because the script is just inevitable that they are going to cost themselves the number 1 pick? Or it's like, do you pick the Commanders because it's just like, we also seen this script before, or this past season, where the Giants, close game, they have the team by the throats. They somehow blow it away. And I get it, Shane Bowen is now gone. I think that's the only positive out of all this.
Yeah. I did not want this to be a Giants sweep. I was really hoping one of you two would pick Washington.
I was considering it, but it's just like, to me, I after last week with the Vikings, it kind of destroyed whatever hope I had.
9 look legit.
And they could make Jackson Dart look like a Rookie of the Year candidate this week. I mean,
He'd have better odds if he didn't miss 2 games and then, didn't start at the beginning of the year and then.
yeah.
I'm going down with the ship. Give me the Giants.
All right. Well, it's either if the Giants, I guess you're kind of in a win-win scenario. If the Giants win, they at least won. They like a mud,
Is
like
it
kind of those.
win-win?
Well, no, hear me out.
I get it in the sense of
pride.
you win the game for pride. You lose the game, you.
I think it's
odds of the
more
first overall
like,
pick.
I think to me it's like, at least based on how this Giant seasons went, I think it's like, besides the pride, it's also like you kind of seeing something this team could have in the future, maybe. So it's just like, so you're just kind of like, hey, if they win, it happens. But if they lose, you're like, hey, we are still on track for the number 1 pick. So
if you lose, you're dealing with the fact that you just lost to a team that got their doors kicked in
Shutout.
by 9.
Oh yeah, mind you, this is also something I realized last week or a couple weeks ago. The Vikings got shut out. This week, the Vikings did the shutout.
Oh God.
So you're just kind of like, what is this Commanders team? That's basically it. What is this Commanders team? We don't know. But anyways, next one we have Raiders Eagles.
Another
Uh,
stoppable force versus movable object right now.
this is must win for Philly. This is must win for Philly here on out. Like, and we saw this script in 2023 too. We saw this script in 2023 because didn't the Eagles lose to the Giants?
That was the
Uh,
end of the year.
End of the
Final
year,
week.
but they lost to Drew Lock led Seahawks. Uh, I mean, look at this. Look at this. The Eagles defense is elite. So I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I think this game is gonna be maybe like 17 to like 9. I'm just gonna go with the Eagles. It's in Philly, so I'll give them that. But it's if the Raiders win, that I think Philly's gonna be in danger. Uh,
Uh, the Raiders are a bad football.
yeah.
I don't believe in Geno. I don't believe in the Raiders' offense.
Our
I
defense is not as great either.
yeah, I'll take Philly.
But it's gonna be those games. Like I think Vic Fangio is definitely gonna have a performance, but it's just like it's just those ones is like can the offense like not suck for like 60 minutes? Can they play a complete game? That's the question. But Tom's is also picking the Eagles. Uh, Next one we got Jets Jaguars. I think we're at an agreement,
Jacksonville?
right? Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. Garrett Jacksonville sweep.
Guess so.
All right, yeah. There is, but that it wouldn't surprise me. If this game is going to be a close game. Just watch this game be like 28-24 Jaguars. Like because it's just like the Jaguars. Like this is like the part is like we believe in them, and then they find a way to almost lose the game versus a weak opponent, and we could see that in this game. But next one we got Texans. The Texans win this game. This is and the Chiefs lose. Chiefs are eliminated from playoffs, and I think this is the motivation they did. Even though, yes, I know it's the Cardinals, but I feel like this is probably the game the Texans offense is probably gonna have himself a decent game. So, give me the Texans.
Houston, big.
Houston. Let me check. If Thomas picks the Cardinals, I'm not sure if that is
No
a typo.
way.
No, okay, he isn't. I was gonna ask him like, did you mean to pick the Cardinals or did it just like miss clicked? All right, but yeah, next one we got Packers Broncos. Basically, crucial game, both sides. Broncos win, they're in the playoffs. Packers win, they hold up their seed in the North for another week. Um, the Broncos, I think this is the game where they get exposed. If Packers are finally like kind of showing like they've been a better team as of late, the last couple weeks or so, and I'm gonna take the Packers.
This game is going to be played a mile.
Yeah.
I do not
So
like that state. You know why.
yeah,
I do believe we could maybe see some Bo Nix magic, but I really like this Packers team. I think they take this one.
they've been better. They at least looked way better. And I think this is the game where we're kind of gonna show that hey, the Broncos
Good,
are
not
great.
as great as the record should.
If the Broncos
Respect that.
win, it's likely going to be again by another like devil magic like win. But surprising enough, Tom's is not going with his boy Bo Nix. He is picking the Packers. Oh, I thought okay, that is a twist. But anyways, we have Lions Rams, crucial game for both teams. Rams lose. I mean, still they still have Week 16, but it definitely helps out Seattle a lot if Seattle wins this game. But the Lions have not. I mean, they looked better last week, but that's because they played against the Cowboys defense. They're going against the Rams now in LA. I think this is either going to be a shootout or the Rams like expose the Lions. I am going to take the Rams because it's not going to be easy for Seattle. That's just the way it is. But yeah, Thomas though he will pick the Detroit Lions for probably the sake of the scenario as of right now.
Rams. I like this
Rams.
team. Good team.
If the Lions
Detroit
win,
is
they at least the Lions win. They're still alive in the race. But next one, Panthers, Saints. This again,
no shot the Saints get swept, right? Or sweep
Saints
Carolina,
swept.
right?
We have seen crazy things like the Panthers. They swept the Falcons, but they lose to the Saints, and then they lose to the Niners, but they beat the L.A. Rams. So it's a matter of which Bryce Young are we going to get. That's basically it. Which Bryce Young are we going to get? Are we going to get MVP level candidate Bryce Young, or are we going to get to rookie form Bryce Young? I'm gonna take taking the Panthers. I don't think I don't believe in the sweep. I do not believe in the sweep.
Panthers.
Panthers guaranteed. We're Panthers guaranteed. All right. Well, Saints. You can. It's weird. The New Orleans Saints could sweep the Panthers, but you know what? I would kind of low key respect it if you're like for division rival reasons. But yeah. We have Titans, Niners. I think we know who we're taking, right? Like, there's,
Yeah, San
yeah,
Francisco.
yeah, yeah. We're Niners guaranteed. If the Titans pull this win, I will laugh. Now, Seahawks, Colts. This game, we're back, back to the conversation from earlier. So who is going to sling the ball on Sunday? Will it be Riley Leonard? Will it be Brett Ripien? Or will the Colts go all in? Hail Mary this option and take 44-year-old Philip Rivers. Either way, I'm picking the Seahawks. So, you want to go last for this one, Anthony?
Up to
Or
you.
actually, or you know, I'll put Thomas's pick. He's picking the Seahawks, but go ahead, go ahead.
Riley Leonard did not look good on Sunday.
Yeah, but still and it's going to go to Seattle. He
Brett Ripien did not look good the last time I've seen him throw a football.
he has. I mean, the last time I see him play a decent game was that Broncos game in 2020, but that's
It's,
a stretch.
for reference, Philip Rivers had a better game more recently than Brett Ripien, to our remember knowledge.
Yeah. It's just
Seahawks.
yeah.
Bad.
It's
The Seahawks defense is good.
the only way I will say Colts will win this game. It's only the matter of like Jonathan Taylor like just run over the Seahawks defense. But I think
A
that's
la Josh Jacobs from a couple of years ago.
like that. But the only difference is Clint Hurtt is not our defensive coordinator anymore. So that's the major difference. And our D line has been way better since then. So it's just I think here it is. Because I think like everyone knows the game plan going forward for the Colts. It's like, all right, just hand it off to Jonathan Taylor and hope you could check down to Tyler Warren. And I think we could see that scenario where Seattle kind of probably because Seattle does have moments where they kind of like struggle in the first part of the game, but then they eventually like lock in. So we could see that as well with Leonard, Rivers, or Ripien. But I mean, no, maybe with Leonard and Rivers. Ripien, I think we should take care of business for that one. But anyway, Sunday Night Football, Vikings, Cowboys.
Washington has a bad defense.
Washington has a
Not
bad
nearly
defense.
as bad as Dallas.
Yeah.
No, let me rephrase it. Dallas is not as bad as Washington.
Yeah, but it's just I think this game might be a shootout. This game could low-key be a shootout, but I mean, again, the Vikings still have a great defense. Their defense is great. That's not the one in question. It's just their offense. I mean, again, they have Quinton Williams. They have Logan Wilson to do something. So I am still gonna pick Dallas, but it could be an ugly game. That just not saying like in terms of a blowout. It's just in terms of just play on both sides. All right. Well, Anthony, Vikings or Dallas?
Dallas. I'm just.
No.
I don't know if last week was a fluke for 9, so but I'm right
Yeah.
with it.
All right. Well, Thomas is gonna pick. Oh. Oh.
He's going with 9.
He's going with 9. I think it's more because he's probably thinking the Cowboys defense is trash, but then again, he's probably just hating on Dallas and just for the most part. But anyways, Monday Night Football, crucial game for both teams and probably the Bengals too. Look, the Dolphins could go from mean number to 7-7. Meanwhile, but I would honestly pick the Dolphins if this game was in Miami. Guess what? It's not in Miami. It's in Pittsburgh. Give me the Steelers. This is part of it's part of the 9-8 process. They're better than the Jets. Well, but not saying much. It's just not saying much. But Thomas, he's gonna pick the Dolphins because a certain team's playoff chances. But yeah, these are our pick'ems. I know you can't see them, but yeah, this is going to be a week. This is going to be a week. Playoffs on the line for a lot of teams. Playoff clinching scenarios. This is the stretch now. And the rule of thumb is don't get eliminated. Yeah. Also, before we hand off to, we are officially in fantasy playoffs. Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it.
Look.
I have a personal victory to avenge.
Look.
I need this.
Look. For anyone that doesn't know, that we're both and Thomas are in a fantasy league together.
We're in a couple leagues together.
But this is the league that we are talking about. This is the Family Guy League. And, let's say congratulations to Anthony and I for winning our divisions. Yeah. It's a Family Guy themed division. And, of course, if you ever watched the Halloween stream, I dressed as Peter Griffin. Anthony dressed as Joe Swanson. Thomas dressed as Glenn Quagmire. And, I was in the Peter Griffin division. Anthony was in the Joe Swanson division. And, of course, Thomas was in the Glenn Quagmire division. And Anthony and I are winners of our own division.
I was the first to clinch my division. Beautiful.
First to clinch. Thomas had a shot this past Sunday.
But he
lost. And me, I came in clutch, beat my opponent, and now I'm the third seed. I'm the third seed, but this week in the playoff bracket, Anthony wants to go against a certain champion from last year because he snuck in the playoffs as the 8th seed.
I want my revenge.
His revenge.
Stung. But he's a Jawan Jennings garbage time TD away from victory.
He's going against the number 1 seed, so good luck to our defending champion since he had a Super Bowl a fantasy championship hangover. The number 1
I take on another friend of the podcast.
Wait.
I'm playing Lightning.
Oh, you're playing Lightning. Yeah, good luck to it's a divisional matchup too because you guys were in the same division. So he snuck in. He was 4-7, dead to rights, won 3 straight games. He
it's how
pulled it off.
mediocre our fantasy teams have been this year.
Yeah.
500 got you into the playoffs.
Yeah, the last 3 teams were 500. But there's also, with me, I'm the 3rd seed going against another opponent that familiar with, and then Thomas. He's gonna go against the person who was the number 1 seed last year, but got exited out by a friend of ours who doesn't really pay attention to fantasy, but pulled it off. But yeah, good luck to each other in the playoffs. Well, if I win and Anthony wins, it was not gonna be like last year, because last year I played against the defending champion, the inevitable defending champion, but I gotta get my lick. I gotta get my lick.
I have a lick to get back against you specifically. Not in that league, but in a different league.
What, the Chaos League?
Yes. For those who are not aware, because I have a grievance against this guy right here. We had a trade set in place that would get me the number 1 overall
3-person trade, mind you.
Yes. All of a sudden, the day of the draft, the trade just doesn't work anymore.
Because we all made some particular rules, and we thought that the picks would be safe.
They were not.
They were not. So right now, and this is the funniest thing too. So this
you
is
don't deserve to be in there. You don't deserve it.
This is our Chaos League, by the way. This is our Chaos League. So in this version, I put every team, even if they have the worst record in the league, make the playoffs. And one person had the second best record in the league, but the best record in their division. That is Anthony. And another person, not naming any names, had the worst record.
11 losses this year.
All close to them. Most of them were close.
Let the record show that.
And this past week was technically the debut of our playoffs, because if we put the playoffs for one more week, then we would have to have a week 18 playoff scenario.
Counts.
And I won. I won as the 10th seed.
You did not deserve that victory.
This is the run. This is 2023 all over again, where I had a terrible record, looking like dead to rights, made a run for the championship. This is it.
Because another dear friend of the pod, Bruce, never set his lineup.
well, it is what it is. I am going to the championship, going from the 10th seed. I'm going to show you why my team should have won a good amount of these games. We should have won so many of these games.
This
one
is the
player.
Gods punishing you and giving me my lick back.
This is not it.
I'm going to win this. I have to win this. I have to finish the story.
Okay, Cody Rhodes. Okay. No, I have to turn heel. I gotta turn heel.
This ain't Cena. This is Roman. Big shouts out to John, by the way. He retires on Saturday. I'm gonna be crying.
All right, this is this week.
Yes, I was so sad.
But you know what? Thomas is also eliminated from the. Well, technically he got out of the playoffs, but he's trying not to. To Lightning, which Lightning's gonna play against the 1 seed this week.
Thomas has to play Bruce in the consolation round.
If he wins this, there's not even a punishment for that league, so it's not. But it's just like, it's more the bragging rights at this. It's more
pride.
about pride.
It's pride between it.
But here we are, the playoffs, week 14, the real playoffs now. The 10 seed. Can we Cinderella run this? Come on. Last week was basically a play-in. Last week was the play-in. Last week was basically the play-in.
Last week was the play-in. Now you're facing the Thunder.
No.
Boom.
I am not getting swept. I am not. I have Kirk Cousins. I have C.J. Stroud, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, Josh Downs, Trey Tucker, Brock Bowers, DJ Moore, Baker Mayfield, Browns defense, Cameron Dicker, Matt Araiza, which I had to put in last week, uh, and Rams head coach. Well, we're gonna see how that goes, but everybody, wish me luck in the playoffs. This is what move did you just make right now?
Well,
Drop Tess Johnson. Oh.
because I can now activate Omarion Hampton to play for me. So
Everybody, wish me luck in the playoffs. Let's make the Cinderella run happen
it's not meant to be.
with old man Kirk Cousins. I did this once with
Go
Joe
pick up Phillip
Flacco.
Rivers.
I did it with Joe Flacco. I might consider it. I might low key consider it.
If I make the championship game, I will pick up Phillip Rivers. I'm calling it.
I will, if I make the championship game, I will pick up Phillip Rivers if he starts a game. If he starts a game, I will do it. Or week 17. If he starts week 17, I
Not
will
even
do
that.
it.
I'll just have him on the bench for vibes.
Just like to get himself a free ring. If
He's earned it.
But everybody, I wish y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good
Enjoy
week.
it.
Enjoy your fantasy
week.
playoffs.
Enjoy the football. Watch the Hall Zone. It's not airing again until January, but watch it. It's my school's sports show. You'll see me on it once or twice, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Everybody, I wish everybody luck in the fantasy playoffs, and not just in our leagues, but everyone else's leagues.
And don't overthink things. Don't overthink things when it comes to things. Enjoy it. Be smart. Y'all have a good one and good night, everybody.
Everybody.
Oh God, it's already almost pitch black out here.